Well, after a very good first season in the Premier League, we have been given just £13 million to spend, so not a lot, but I'm sure there will be players leaving, and hopefully we can bring in one or two wonder kids. Hello, welcome to Club 2 Part 34 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our transfer special, but first, just to recap on what has happened over the course of this season. As you can see, we did finish 12th in the league, 51 points on the board. We did, well, we we secured, we avoided relegation with flying colours, 20 points outside the relegation places, which is very, very good. Were we closer to Europe than relegation? Yes, we were. I think with the right additions and losing less games next year, I reckon we can qualify for Europe. I think we can. What did we do in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup this year? FA Cup this year we actually did quite well. We got to the fifth round, getting knocked out against Manchester. They finally got their revenge. And Carabao Cup, we don't even need to talk about that because we got knocked out at the first hurdle. Hopefully within the next couple of seasons, I do want to try and win one of those competitions, where it will be at the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, could be the Premier League. I just want to win a trophy. But let's take a look at the end of season review. Obviously, we were predicted as the relegation battlers, but obviously we avoided relegation with flying colours. In terms of the positives, so for the course of the season, the board have been pleased with the level of support in the squad. I mean, we've been in great form, so they're going to be pleased with that. They're delighted with the positive atmosphere in the changing room due to the great form. Pleased with a 3-1 Premier League victory over Aston Villa. Why? Probably because it's a rival of ours. There's a couple of negatives. Supporters, I mean, very disappointed with Prabanic's recent performances. He is only 18. He is only going to get better. 6'7". You can't teach that. And what a first season he has had in England. He played 29 games, 11 goals, 2 assists. Not too bad. 12 goals in all competitions. He's going to be a man to watch this season, I hope, if he doesn't go. We have offered him a new contract, which thankfully he has accepted. Let's see what the board want us to do next year. So I think all these objectives remain the same. I don't think there's anything new on here, but the 5-year plan, become an established Premier League team. No talks of us qualifying for Europe just yet. So I think try and finish top half this year, then maybe the next year look to Europe, or maybe look for Europe this season, because at some point we do want to be playing European football, then hopefully within the next 5 seasons playing Champions League football. So let's discuss the plans with the players. We'll keep it relatively simple. I think we can probably finish mid-table. That's exactly the kind of ambition I want to see from the manager. Very good, Colin, because you're going to be staying with us next year, so don't think we're going to talk to them about anything else. So where are we going to go? Or yeah, where are we going to go? So we'll come back beginning of June. That's when the players will return. Then we'll have our training camp destination in. We'll go to not the USA because that's slightly risky. Although it's 2037, yeah, we'll go to the USA. Hopefully, it's slightly warm over there. Whereabouts in the USA, I do not know. Hopefully, Orlando, Florida. Go to the theme parks. That'd be absolutely nice. But for the time being, I don't really know what we're going to do in terms of transfers. We do have a few players that are out of contract. They are Paul Young and Deshani Silva. Obviously, Deshani Silva is joining San Etienne. Paul Young is probably not good enough. He is a decent Premier League player, but he is homegrown at club. That might persuade me a little bit, but I don't know. He just wasn't good enough. We do have a right winger coming in at the beginning of July, so I reckon he might be his replacement. So I think Paul Young definitely leaving the club. Then there might be a few other departures throughout today's episode. Don't know who yet. That remains to be seen. So I guess we'll come back the first day of the transfer window where we should meet our new left back. It's currently the 16th of June and the opening of the brand new transfer window. And well, the transfer window has got off to a lively start so far. One of our players has left the club already, or two of our players have left. One's a loan, one's permanent, which I think you can probably guess who it is, but we'll reveal it very, very soon. But the rumour trade has started. Jan Lewandowski, one of the players I wasn't really planning on selling, has been rumoured with a move to Olympic Marseille. Obviously, he's still a good player. Whether or not he's good for like first choice, slight concern is it does say he's a leading championship player, but he could be a player that could potentially move on. I think right back is probably an area that could do with a bit of strengthening. We have been rumoured with a few players ourselves, 3 players to be precise. First one being English right back. That helps. I don't know whether that's telling us what's going to happen in the future, whether we do send him right back and bring him in. I don't know. We'll give him a little bit of a scout. According to the scout report, does look quite good. I'm not sure how I feel about spending 27 million on him, but we'll see if we do spend that much. I'm absolutely insane. Next up, we've got Alberto Lorry, who's our second rumour player, left winger. We do need a left winger. That's a sight into who has left the club. He looks quite good, quite young as well. I don't know if we haven't scouted him before. Then our next rumour player is Linso, who's a South African centre back, 6'6". Not bad, not very much potential, but who's he wanted by Bristol City? Were all 3 of them wanted by Bristol City? No, Laurie was wanted by Lens. Laurie could be a potential signing we could make, but we have forgotten our new left back, and that is Silvio, who's made an offer for Sadebe. Who the hell is he? Who are you? You don't look very good, but we'll go with it. We'll just stay in our under-21s until we decide to release it. But in comes Silvio, our new Brazilian left back, can also play centre back, but with his pace and acceleration, probably be more suited to playing left back. He can either play as a full back or wing back, primarily, hopefully, as a wing back. Whether or not it'll be first choice, I do not know. He comes in injured for 3 to 6 weeks, but he is a decent Premier League player, 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. He comes in from Flamengo, I think it is. I don't know if it's Flamengo. I presume it is. He comes in for 6.5 million. This was a pre-arranged transfer. That's all the business we've done so far. We haven't signed anyone else, but a couple players have left the club. First one being, if I can find him, Kemal Kiffin has joined Cambridge United on loan. This was meant to be the plan for last year, but no move materialised, so he's gone out on loan to Cambridge this year, hopefully to try and get himself a better contract here or elsewhere. He's still got a couple years left, but then our first person that has left the club is Patrick Gurry, but he has gone to Lille, where he is wanted by Barcelona, Real Madrid, Fulham on loan. That seems a bit weird. We might have to look into that, because there might be a way we can bring him back on loan, because if that's the case, I would love to bring him back. It was completely out of my control. It was sort of like a release clause, 25 million. 25 million, that's what we sold him for. I mean, the fact is, we bought him on a free transfer and sell him for 25. That is a good bit of business. But the fact he's wanted on loan by 2 great teams and Fulham might have a chance. I don't know if we stand a chance if Barcelona, Real Madrid. What the hell? What is going on here? Mandatory future fee? What on earth? I don't understand this. we're going to take that off, but have Leo just fluffed up massively or something? So I don't understand this at all. What I want to know, I can't remember what we were paying him a week, but this is just bizarre. Can we just have a like a option to buy? Is that a thing we could do? I don't really want to add one of them, but I've never had that before at all. But let's see if we can just have a optional future fee. I've already worked out. I've just worked out how to do it. 30-minute job. We accepted that. We've got plenty of wage budget. But if he comes back in on loan, that is just absolutely bonkers. Apart from that, no other transfer business has been done. I don't really know what else we're currently doing. Apart from Silvio, potentially Gariba coming back in on loan. That's the only bits of business we've done. We do have a player coming in on the 1st of July. That is Pedro Arana. So he looks like quite a decent player. So hopefully he is good. And we will meet him on the 1st of July, where hopefully he might be joined by a few more players. It's currently the 1st of July, and we do have our new right winger. Pedro Arana has come in on a free transfer. Hasn't cost us anything at all, but he is 22 years old, Spanish right winger, 2.5 stars of current ability, 3.5 star potential, decent championship player, but potentially can be a Premier League player. He comes in from Atletico Madrid on a free transfer, made sporadic appearances for the first team, but mainly based himself in the second team. So I think he'll be a decent player. He's only come in as a squad player, so he might be a good player. He might be a absolute rubbish player, in which case he's got a 4-year contract, so quite a long one. And there's all sort of other shenanigans going on. That's the only other player we've signed, apart from him and Silvio. We haven't done any other business. Devitt will be, hopefully, will be leaving us this season, this summer. Hopefully, because he wasn't great last season when he played. Made quite a few mistakes. He could go out on loan. Tom Butterworth, don't know who he is. You're 23 years old. You should be, theoretically, at 23 years old, you should be playing week in, week out for the first team, but you're not good enough. Slogan is a player I do want to keep hold of. We are giving him a new contract, or we have given him one yet. We haven't given one just yet, but he is a decent Premier League player. Probably better than Lewandowski. Probably, I think we reject it, but he is happy to stay, so he's not going to be miserable if we don't accept it. We have a couple players have left the club on the free transfers. Dejani Silva has joined San Etienne. That was obviously pre-arranged. And the most notable players leaving on a free transfer, obviously Paul Young and Curtis Elaine. Obviously, Curtis Elaine had was on loan last season at Everton. Don't know how well he actually did. No, it's actually a Bolton he was on loan at. It was at Everton first half of the season, Bolton second half of the season. Only played 16 games last year, 2 assists with both teams. Yeah, and that's why he's basically been released. He's just not good enough. I know we spent a whole bunch of £3 million on him. Feels like a lot. It was a lot back then, but yeah, he's just not good enough. So this is the squad. And Gariba's loan he did reject us, which I thought he would. I thought it was a bit strange asking him to come back in on loan. So this is the situation what we're working with at the moment. We haven't obviously brought in the 2 players, Pedro Rana and Silvio. So goalkeepers still got Ayad, Corridor and Diego. I think I do like Diego. He's a good goalkeeper, but might keep an eye out for another goalkeeper, but we'll see if anyone pops up. And obviously, right backs, we do have Andrew Suga, which I presume we did reject a bid. We did reject the bid, didn't we? Yes, we did reject the bid, and obviously it just hasn't updated yet. So we've got Sugan and Lewandowski. Obviously, Lewandowski is now a decent Premier League player, so maybe that does persuade us to keep him at the club. So I think right backs will stay the same. Centre backs, obviously, you've got Kiala. Murit will probably end up staying at the club, even though he is wanted by Leeds. And we've got Kia Rodi. I think we're very much looking at Kiala as our starting ball playing. Then alongside, I don't know, I think probably another starting centre back on the right hand side. I think that'd be good because I don't think Murit's good enough to start week in, week out. Same with Kieran. I don't think he's good enough to start in, week out. So we definitely need another centre back, whether Devitt leaves or doesn't. Hopefully he does go because we have listed him, so that should be him on his way out. Then obviously left backs for this year, we've got Vincent Bernay and Silvio. I think Silvio very much will be our first choice. Then obviously Bernay as backup, who we know Bernay can perform well. He is a decent Premier League player. That is very, very good. Obviously, at 31 years old, he's very much going to be staying on the bench. And obviously, centre midfielders, in terms of a midfield playmakers, we've got Skipper and Yehir Nino, who's, I don't know what his best role is. I think it is very much a midfield playmaker. Can play as a attacking midfielder sometimes, but his best role is a playmaker. So they're going to be two very, very good players this year. Yeah, Nino is actually better than Skipper. I wasn't really expecting that. Nino might be our first choice playmaker. Then, obviously, the attacking midfielders, the central midfielders, are Joe Bellingham and Callis Mera is a player I do want to try and get rid of because he's on a lot of money and he's just not good enough, and certainly not for the Premier League. He was still right last year, but I don't think he's going to be good enough this year. And then in terms of our attacking midfielders, we've got obviously Cohen staying at the club. Christian Ritchie is out of contract to next season, and I don't really. I mean, he's rated as a star player. He's not really a star player anymore, so he could be a potential player that we do look to move on, whether that's in the summer, which is now, or in January, perhaps. So we'll see about him. Question marks over him, but at the moment, he's still a West Brom player. Then on the right hand side, we do have Nicholas Arson, new boy Pedro Arana. So I think Nicholas Arson very much still first choice. There's maybe slight doubts over Arana. Maybe a potential loan move could be ready for him. And obviously left wingers, we've got Militan Vukadinovic. That's the only left winger we've got. He is wanted by a few teams. I think mostly on loan, but all on loan teams. So I think he will stay at the club because he was quite a good player for us last year when he came on. He probably won't start, but a good player to bring on to the pitch. So definitely need another left winger. Then strikers, obviously, Ilham Pjanic and Conor Reid. I don't think we need to change much of that. Conor Reid was wanted, but now he's not. So I think Conor Reid will probably stay. Whether or not he'll be first choice next year, I suspect it will be Ian Pjanic, who hopefully gets like 30 goals this season and we go on and win the title. So I think with the positions that we just need, it is like a very quiet transfer window. I mean, it might get busier and maybe get closer to the season, but at the moment, it's literally the nailed on positions that we need is a centre back, possibly a centre mid if Callis Mera goes, and a left winger. And that is basically all we need. 3 positions. And obviously, we do have a whole host of youngsters in the squad. So we've got, what's that, like 10 5 4.5 star capability potential players, and 5-star potential. Obviously, Magas still technically out on loan, but he could be in with a shout of getting a call up to. He obviously will get moved up to the under 21s. Same with Taylor Cattle. They all look very, very good. All of these could have bright futures ahead of them. So watch this space. The future is very bright in terms of the youth players, and I think in terms of transfers, free transfers, I think that's all we need to do. Might do a little bit more depending on what happens. So I think we'll give it a few weeks, like in the middle of pre-season. So we'll give it 2-3 weeks, and then hopefully by then our transfer business might be complete. Oh, it's currently the 23rd of July. We've got roughly around 3 weeks left to go before we get kick-started in our second season in the Premier League. And I can confirm we have signed a left winger and a central midfielder. I would have had the centre-back done, but this guy, Joan, was originally going to be the centre-back we were going to bring in. But unfortunately, he rejected us and went on loan to Aston Villa. Understandably, he's joining them permanently. I don't understand that at all because Aston Villa, they are in the Premier League. Did we finish above them? That's the main thing. Okay, we didn't, and they're probably in Europe, so that's completely understandable. If it's for European football, I completely get that. If it's for playing first choice football, which he might get a Villa, he might not. We were going to play him week in, week out, so with that in mind, we haven't got in a centre back just yet. But allow me to introduce the two players that we have brought in, acknowledging some DBs. Another player that my director of football has signed. He's absolutely awful, so we'll probably send him out alone and forget that he exists. I think he's only on a 1 year contract, so that's pretty good. So first up, we have got Bobby, who looks absolutely amazing, by the way. He's 23 years old, Brazilian left winger, 4 stars of current ability, 4.5 star potential, good Premier League player, can become even better than he can become a leading Premier League player. He comes in from whoever JUV are, they're from Brazil, so Brazilian team. He comes in from them for £13.5 million. Again, it was a release clause, so we couldn't really pay any lower. It's actually quite cheap, considering his, if we can get back to him, what's his value now? His value is in the lower 30 to 32 million. We signed him for 13, so definitely a massive profit income. And then next up, we've got Steve Campo, who's a Belgian central midfielder. It's the centre mid we were looking for, that attacking midfielder, then out of position with a wide covering central midfielder. So very much a like-for-like replacement for Casemiro, who has the left half. So Steve Campo is 3 stars of current ability, 5 stars of potential. Decent Premier League player, can improve a lot. He comes in on loan from Club Rouge. The thinking is, I don't really want to spend a lot of money on a centre mid, so bring him out on loan. Then we do have a optional future fee attached to it for 10 million. So if he's very, very good, we can try and get him in on the cheap. So that's the thinking. We will definitely try and get him in. That's if he is any good. He might be absolutely rubbish, but he's got 5 stars of potential, so he should be fairly decent. That's what I'm hoping for. Because if it works out, it's a genius, stroke of genius. It really is. So this is currently the squad we are working with. It's basically the same squad as I showed you before, but still the same 2 goalkeepers. I haven't really looked at goalkeepers. It's not really on my main priority. My main priority is getting in another centre back. In terms of the other positions, I think we're really well stocked up. I think the front 4 of Babanic, Bobby, Corin, and Ars is going to be absolutely amazing. Ars is currently out injured. He will be back in time for the first Premier League game of the season. We do have a few players wanted. Connor Reed is wanted by Hull, Bologna, and Vigo. Joe Bellingham is wanted by Bristol City. Vukadinovic is wanted by a whole host of teams on loan, which I don't know if we do loan him out. So he's a good championship player, so I think he's probably more suited to Premier League football now. We have called up a few of our under-18 players, so most of them have gone out on loan. Tarek Walters has joined Fleetwood on loan for the whole of the season. Kemal Kiffin has joined Cambridge on loan. Yes, we've relegated him to the under-21s because that is where he belongs until his contract runs out. Then Taylor Catterall has joined Grimsby on loan for the whole of the season. Again, Looks like a decent player. Hopefully he feels that potential. Dimitri Margas is still at the club. I think we probably do loan him out for one more season, and next year we get him into the first team. Then we've loaned out some of our other great potential players, the ones that can be loaned out. Martin Ravenhill has joined Harrogate on loan for the whole season. Scott Armstrong has joined Gillingham for the whole season. And Callum Lloyd has also joined Gillingham for the whole season. They're going to be buddy at Gillingham. Is that all we've done in terms of Gillingham transfers? I don't know if anyone else has left the club apart from the loan players. Yes, Jamie Davitt has joined Alcalis for 9.75 million. That's a slight £1 million profit, so not too bad. He didn't really get going in the Premier League. Then obviously Canismera has joined Elche for £11.5 million, so £8 million profit. That's not too bad. I mean, that's pretty good for like a championship player. I don't think anyone else has left us permanently. Yeah, so it's just them two players. I told you it was going to be a bit of a quiet transfer window, but hopefully by the time we get around to our first Premier League game of the season, hopefully we should have signed at least our centre back for this season. If I've signed anyone else, I presume I've sold other players. Well, we have made it to the start of the brand new Premier League season, and as predicted, I only needed to sign a centre back. And what have I done? I've only gone and signed a centre back. I haven't done any other positions mainly because we don't need to, and we've got plenty of time before the transfer window officially shuts. If we need to do any other business, that will be done between now and the next episode, in the next episode probably, but I highly doubt any other people are going to come in. So the only other person that's come in, apart from Pedro Arana, Bobby, Steve Campo, and there was another player who joined us on the back end of last season, Silvio. So we've really only signed, what's that? Silvio's one player, Pedro Arana's two players, Bobby is three, Steve Camper is four. We've signed 5 players, not including the guys my director of football have signed, but we've signed 5 players. The 5th signing, and probably the final signing, is Glenn Payne. He is a English centre-back, 17 years old. Yes, he's in our first team. He's only going to be a backup for this year, playing as of when he can. He's not very quick, but he will probably get quicker. He's got 2 stars of coverability, 5 stars potential. Sky Bet League 1 standard. He's only going to be a backup. He ain't going to play every game. He ain't going to play any games. He'll come on, but he certainly won't start. Not in the Premier League. Maybe in the Cups he'll start, but it's like a decent little player. He comes in from Portsmouth for £6 million. Portsmouth are having some financial issues. So that's basically why they've sold him to us. I expect they did. If they didn't have any issues, they probably wouldn't have sold him to us. So I think he'll be a very, very good player. So that's all the transfers done for now. Unless anything else gets done between now and the end of the transfer window. So goalkeepers we've got for this season, we've got Diego and Aya Coronel. Diego, very much at the moment, they've got the same ability, same potential. I don't know who to go for. I think we'll just go with Diego, who is wanted by Atletico Madrid. Ironically, that's his former club. I presume they need a homegrown goalkeeper for their continental registration. So if Diego goes, we'll obviously get another goalkeeper. But at the moment, the goalkeepers will stay the same. Right backs, we've still got Andrew Sugan and Jan Lewandowski. I still don't know who's going to be our first choice. I think it's very much going to be Jan Lewandowski. Then centre backs, we've got Indiana Mirik, Cassiano Chiara, Fabio Chiarodi, and then obviously new boy Glenn Payne, very much just going to be a backup. He ain't going to start many games unless he has a real growth spurt and becomes like 4 stars by the end of the season, which I doubt that's going to happen. It could potentially happen, but it's a very much of a long shot, that. So he's very much going to be making sporadic appearances. But I guess the bright side is he does basically have a 5-star recruit, which is very good for 17 years old. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Then Left backs, we've got Vincent Burley and new boy Silvio, who might be good, might not be good, but he's 26. He might get slightly better as he gets older, but if not, I think we brought him in on the cheap. How much did we pay for him again? 6.5 million. Not cheap, but we could probably make a profit on him if he's not any good. Then central midfielders, we've got Yahinino and Skipper, wherever he is. We better have sold him, but we haven't. Skipper and Nino will be our two midfield playmakers. I think Yahinino very much has the first choice. Then the two central midfielder in the role of the attacking midfielder. We've got Joe Bellingham, then probably as the backup in that role will be Steve Campo, obviously with that 10 million optional future fee, which I think we will very much do at the end of the season, which we might not do, depending on how good he is, obviously. If he tears up the Premier League, we'll definitely do it. If he doesn't, might still do it if he's still got five-star potential. Then centre attacking mid, we got Tian Common, very much still as first choice. Then Christian Ricci is still at the club. He's out of contract at the end of the season, so he might leave on a free. I think did we sign him on a free transfer? Yeah. So I think he probably will leave. Won't leave now, but he'll probably leave in the January transfer window, so we can get a little bit of money for him, but not too much. And on the right hand side, we do have Nicholas Arce joined by Pedro Arana as backup. We do have Dimitri Magas down in the under 21s. Obviously, he has gone out on loan to Oxford United, so should he like come back as like a 3-star capability player, he will definitely join up with the first team at some point, either this season or next season. Then left wingers, we've got new boy Bobby, who apparently is just Brazilian. Is he? How long has he been in England? Has he just been in England? He's just been in. Yeah, this is his first club in England. I mean, for a guy that's right now, I know why he's called Bobby, because that's his name, Roberto dos Santos Silva. That makes it much easier. Bobby's just a nickname. Why can't all the players have a nickname? What's Silvio's proper name? Silvio. Fair enough. It's just his first name, but that's fine. That's good. And then his backup on the left hand side is Milica Vukatinovic, still at the club, still wanted by multiple clubs on loan from like the likes of I think it's 2 Portuguese clubs and Sheffield Wednesday. Why Sheffield Wednesday want him, I do not know. Then strikers this season, we've got Conor Reid and Ian Prabanic. I think Prabanic very much going to be starting week in, week out. He is a wonder kid. He's still very much is in pain a wonder kid. Not yet, but I think he will be. I don't think we have any other people. I don't think any of our other youngsters are wonder kids. Like some Dimitri Magas, not a wonder kid yet, but maybe when he gets to 19 years old, he might be considered as one. Who's Neil O'Malley? I'm fairly sure he should be in the under 21s. He should be in the under 18s, but we'll let it slide for now. He might be good. He might that might boost his current ability, but I think that's a fairly decent squad. There could be still obviously movement between now and the end of the transfer window, but we are predicted to finish 16th. I was looking up here to find us, but no, we're just outside the relegation places, which I swear last year we were predicted to finish mid-table, but now predicted to finish even lower. What's our predicted starting 11? A 4-4-2. Are you serious? I don't think so. Most of I mean, yeah, Diego in goal, yeah. Silva, Murik, Kiana, Lewandowski. That's probably mostly correct. Obviously, Kiana will be on the left-hand side, Murik on the right. Vukatinovic, nope. Bellingham, yes. Corin, yes. Arce, yes. Reid and Prabanic are going to have to fight out, I think. It's definitely not going to be 4-4-2. Have we ever done a 4-4-2 with West Brom? Don't think we have, so I don't know why it's projected that. I don't think we have anyone actually in the media dream 11, at least Not yet, but I'm sure we will do at some point. We're the lowest transfer spenders of 29 million. We've only bought in 6 players. Four or five of them us, 2 of them director football. Highest transfer spenders, Man City, 5 players in, 161 million. I mean, how can you compete with that? That is just absolutely bonkers. If we can get top half finish this season, that is just that'd be absolutely amazing. So I think that's a feeling. I think we are going to avoid relegation again this year. Obviously, it's basically the same squad as last year. So what could possibly go wrong? So I will see you all in the next episode for our first Premier League games of the brand new season. But hopefully, we don't get struck by second season syndrome and we'll be starting off our season against Brentford and Chelsea. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.